Uh, all right. What's going on? Let's see. Um, I wore this hat specifically for Coach. Got my flat bill tier on, TYR. Uh, I figured I'd wear this today because it was swim day, and feels pretty good. Looking all right, is it? A little dog hair on it, but it is what it is. And so today, yeah, was in the pool, and I've got a huge weekend looking at me. Uh, is it 6 hour ride tomorrow? And a big, probably 6 hour ride, which will be my longest, and then this year, and the longest run of the year will be on Sunday. So when it comes to today's swim, what was I thinking? Uh, have a strong swim, but don't flirt with that line. I've got this line, I can really get exhausted in the swim sometimes. So I'm trying to not do that. So I go to the swim today, and it was kind of a little bit more of a speed workout or minimal hundreds kind of thing. Well, it was the swim squad that a lot of hundreds, and I'm really interested lately in my swim stroke, and I feel like I'm finding it. So I decided to do 500s with a short break in between because I'm also thinking about. I always talk about it, but how I get tired at the end of the swim, and I'm trying to build up that distance. And today, once again, felt pretty good. I'm actually close to talking myself into believing that I'm a swimmer. I was thinking about that the other day. Like that'd be the last thing I'd say I am, but the more and more I swim, the more and more I am comfortable at it, and the more I can actually start to believe that I'm a swimmer. And when I'm in the water, I'm a swimmer, and I think that matters. You know, I think that if you believe it, it changes the game. And that's what's starting to happen to me a little bit. It's nothing dramatic. I mean, for me, it's fairly dramatic, but there's little things that I'm noticing. Like at the end, I did 3,000 today as 500s, and it was the 100 workout was best average, so it was kind of this countdown with less rest in between, and it was probably going to end up being close to the same distance. But I wanted to manage longer sessions, so I went 500s, and sometimes when I go all out in the pool, and I know we weren't supposed to go all out on those hundreds necessarily, but I have the tendency to do that on shorter clips. So I wanted to balance out my 500s, and I hit 3 of them on the exact same time, which was huge for me. But not only that, the thing I'm noticing is at the end, I was at 2,500, and I was feeling very good about it. And I thought, maybe I'll cool down a couple hundred and leave. And I got to 200, and somehow I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do 5 because I really am enjoying this. And that has never happened to me, to get to the 3,000 meter area and actually be enjoying the swim, and not feel like it's an overwhelming task to go nail another 300 yards or meters. That's what I'm talking about with this. Like, I'm trying to convince myself that I'm a swimmer, because it's like, yeah, that's no big deal to swimmers, but to triathletes, yeah, I want you to give me 300 more. I know you're tired. Go do it. That feels like a challenge. So what I did is I just went out and went as easy as I could with the same form, and it felt amazing. I was really happy with that. I'm getting more. The more I swim, the more control I get with my body, and the more I'm thinking about my, as Coach Robbie always talks about, ass up, chin down. and I'm feeling more comfortable with that. I do swim with pull buoy, and um, again, it's just for me. It's just because it makes it easier and more apt to go swim. Easier, I say easier, but that doesn't necessarily the case when you're out of shape. So I can tell that I'm getting stronger, and the pull buoy sort of simulates the wetsuit, and I'm doing a wetsuit race. So the more swimming I can do, the better. And the more swimming I can do with a high ass and a low chin, the better. Uh, you know, as one of our campers would say, it's just like a Saturday night. Oh, I hope you're listening, Phil. But anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking about staying higher in the water, and I just am. One of my biggest, and here I'm going to give you like, okay, so one of my biggest problems historically with swimming is this idea that it's like life or death all the time, right? And you have to just crush it. So what I would end up doing is my entry would just be like way down in the water, and I'm trying to pull this whole, big sheath of water with, I mean, it's like, and they talk about high elbow, like you enter the water and you want to be right here. You don't want your elbow to be too far underneath the water. But it's very hard to do that until you believe that, your body position gets a little bit right and you believe that you're a swimmer. So I'm all I'm thinking about is keeping my hand high in the water, and instead of like going way like this. I want to be up here. And I'm starting to get comfortable with the rhythm to the point where, you're not sinking. Your body's not sinking and your butt's up, and oh, yeah, this is for coach. I wear this for coach. I dug it out, man. It is rustic up here. It's got dog hair all over it, and who knows where this thing's been the last few years. But I saw it the other day, and I'm like, you know what? The flat bill's got to come down from the attic. Anyway, so that's kind of what I was thinking about with the swimming. Now I've got this bike looking at me tomorrow, my longest bike of the year, 6 hours at Natchez Trace. I was going to say weather permitting, but you know what? I can't. The weather is going to permit, even if it's raining. So I'm looking at the forecast. It's like 70-80% chance of rain in the morning. And looks like it's going to be a little chilly. Not chilly, but like 70s. It's at low 70s. Looks like I could be in for a 6-hour ride in the rain. And you know what I think about that? I'm glad. Because I like riding in, I like training in worse weather than I'm going to race in. And if it rains at Louisville, that's fine by me. I mean, honestly, the only reason I hate bad weather on a race day is because of the spectators. I like having people around. For me, it's just I like seeing their lives be happy, because ours are hell no matter what on the course. So if I get to train in rain tomorrow, that puts me a step ahead. And not only that, I'm pretty comfortable. My bike, I'm comfortable on the bike, so the handling thing, the rain and all that stuff never really bothers me. And I know it bothers a lot of people, and I feel terribly sorry about that. But much like Robbie would like it to be choppy on the swim, I don't mind some rain on the bike. I think people, and rightly so in a lot of cases, get a little hesitant. And I'm not saying I don't get guarded out there when it's raining, but I'm pretty comfortable with wet pavement. I say that, and here we go. 6 hours of training on the trace is going to be fun for me. Try riding crappy roads for that amount of time. You're right. Yeah, I mean, it's true. You're going to hit in Chattanooga, man. Those roads are pretty slick. Most of them are pretty good. I think that kind of there's some dicey stuff early, but once you get out on those roads, they seem pretty good to me, if I remember right. Wisconsin, on the other hand, is a little bumpy, but it's not like Pittsburgh bumpy, Phil. 6 hours on the trace is going to be fun for me, is what he just said. I can assure you, bro, that's not a fun day per se. I know there's. I'm not even who I'm riding with. I know there's going to be people out there, and honestly, I've got kind of a workout in mind, and I know I'll see some people that I know, and um, it might be a little bit of an isolated 6 hours in the rain, which is like, can you? I mean, that's good. That's got to be good mental training, right? It's got to be good for something. And then Sunday, I'm going to back it up with a long ass run. And then I think I'm kind of a little bit over the hump. He's still got me going at it a little bit, but including what could be a 4-hour trainer ride next weekend in Chattanooga, which I'm almost looking less forward to than a 6-hour ride in the rain at Natchez Trace. You know, do you guys ride trainers that long? I mean, I've just been getting back on it, and I've had 2.5 hours, and I'm about ready to poke my eyes out both times. It's tough. How many pull-ups can I do? I don't know. I do a lot of hanging, and I do a lot of ab work on that thing. I don't do a ton of pull-ups. I really would like to. Like overhand grip, I can't do that many. I think underhand, I'm probably a lot better. Maybe like 10. 4? Oh, on the trainer, Wes? Yeah, I know. I'm seriously thinking about doing it in the Holiday Inn lobby. I think that might be a lot more enjoyable. And I'm probably get a lot of shit from my old bike. But, it rides. I love that baby. Would you guys support me if I rode my trainer ride in the Holiday Inn lobby in Chattanooga on next Saturday? I definitely do not want to go out on that course the day before. It just, everybody's probably going to be out there, and it just feels like I don't like the tension of a city the day before an Ironman. It's like, why do you got to have both of our days? You know what I mean? Oh, you loved the rain. Okay. 5 hours in the rain, Phil, and you loved it. Hate the trainer. I agree. Live stream that trainer ride in the Holiday Inn. That might be kind of fun. I'm seriously, I just don't know if I can do that. Like from too many people looking at me kind of thing. Although we have that hotel, we've got like 20 some rooms reserved in Chattanooga next year for the 70.3. So they probably let me do it. At the very least, they might give me a side room down there. But it will be Saturday, and I got to get it done early because there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. I guess that's about it, just the swimming thing. And then I don't know where my bike's at right now. I mean, I rode a lot last weekend. I just don't know how fast I'm going to be. Oh, if I do the trainer ride, I'd sell at least 100 t-shirts. Too bad I won't have them with me. You can film me, Phil. Yeah, that'd be cool. You'd have to stay there the whole time. I wouldn't let you walk around either. You got to be off your feet. I'm excited to be there though. Holiday. I like that hotel. It's gonna be nice seeing everybody. And I don't know if I have anything else to say. Was anything going on? Oh, did I tell you guys I had to fire my pizza joint? I mean, we got this thing about having a big pizza the night before a big ride, and tonight is that night, but I had pizza last night, so I'm hoping that maybe that is good because I'm going to do a little steak tonight, and some potatoes, and do some kind of a green smoothie and see how that works. Last time I don't know. Anyway, I had to fire this pizza place. They're right up the road, and I've been ordering there once a week for 7 years. And they have probably at least had some screw up on my orders half the time. That's, that's a lot. And so I go in there, I call, I say, I'm going to come pick it up. They know who I am, and they should. They don't. That's the problem. They have such a turnover there. And so she says, I ordered a thin crust. This is the other night, and large thin crust for dinner and maybe and then breakfast, or I could eat the whole thing. You never know. But I said, okay, yeah, thin crust. She goes, yeah, that's like 45, 50 minutes. I'm like, what? It usually takes like 25 tops. We're really busy. I'm like, okay. So I go up there in 50 minutes. I walk in the door. There's no pizzas on the thing, and there's usually like stacked all the way up to the top. And this young girl I'd never seen before walks out, and she says, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Mike." And she said, "Okay, hang on." And then came back, and she goes, "Yeah, it's going to be about 20 more minutes." So to do a pickup thin crust pizza, it was now going to be an hour and 10-minute wait. So I said, "All right." She goes, "I can give you a brownie." And I'm thinking, what you mean to say is you're going to give me a free pizza, right? But I said, well, no, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do. And so I decided I was going to sit there and wait and just be a good dude and not bitch and whatever. And then I don't know who this guy is. He just showed up out of nowhere. He came in from the outside, and he's I don't know what he was wearing or whatever, but he didn't look like he worked there. And he just walked behind the counter, starts leaning up against the like the pizza. There's a divider where cashiers are, and then the pizzas are made, and he's leaning up against this divider in front of it, and he just starts vaping, and he's blowing vape smoke or whatever all over the back and the pizzas, and he just does this for like 5 minutes straight, 10 minutes, and I'm watching this going, you know what, I just can't, and I just got up and left. Done. They've gotten, I don't know, hundreds of pizzas probably had it come to my house, and now they will get no more. And I had to find a new place, and I found it, and I'm happy with it. So that's the story. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for checking in. Tomorrow's the big ride. I'll try and get out here tomorrow afternoon and talk about how my big ride in the rain goes, if it does rain. And then Sunday, we'll see how I ran, which it should be at least 15 miles. It's going to be my longest run of the Ironman training. Let's see, 7. Yeah, it'll probably be around 15 miles, 'cause 2.5 hours. Right? The vape thing, man. It was like that. There was so much. It was just vaping into the pizza oven. And I'm like, I'm pissed off already. I'm not going to eat this. I couldn't, you know how you see something happen and you can't eat the food? I just walked. I just totally left. But anyway, yeah. So Sunday, the run, that's going to be interesting. I think the furthest I've run to this point in one clip has been 12 miles. And that was in about 2 hours. So we should be right around 15, 16 miles on Saturday. When's my rap video come out? I know, right? I should get some chain. See if I can get some chains for the next video on tomorrow after the ride. All right, I'm going to go ride, and then I'm going to come home. I'm going to probably take a nap. Or should I come on right after the ride? I might be in a bitchy mood by then. Maybe I should take a nap. We'll see. What are you guys doing? It's Friday. Are you doing anything? Hangry. Yeah. Uh-oh, watch out. Excuse me, that's I don't know what that is. That might be pickles. I'm allergic to pickles, the dog. All right, that does it. What my chat just quit. So somebody just quit the whole chat. Oh, there it is. Wow, that was weird. Anyway, thanks for coming in. Keep an eye on tomorrow. Oh, okay. You're getting ready. You got a 6-hour job. Okay. All right, Wes, we'll be out there. Where are you riding, Wes? The course, I'm sure. Are you riding the course? Are you trying to get that far ahead of me, dude? 2 loops through LaGrange. Phil's eating pizza. You don't have a big ride tomorrow, do you, Phil? What do you have, like a massage and a pedicure? All right, Mike. This is Mike. I'm the co-host of Crushing Iron Podcast. You can email me at crushingiron@gmail.com. Please do let me know your thoughts on any of this business and or any other thoughts of triathlon that you have. Please catch up on the podcasts. I was advertising our closed group, but I think we're going to stop. We're going to put a little cap on it for a while because Facebook's algorithm has just been blowing it out. And even though it's a closed group, people are coming in, they have no idea who we are. And that's not the point. You're just going to ride around the house. Oh, just to swim. Don't eat too much pizza, Phil. Get that swim in. All right. Thanks for checking it out, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. It's going to be a tough ride for me, and it's the part I didn't tell you is I'm going to do a. I don't want to go too far from where I park, so I'm going to be doing multiple loops of the short section at the trace, the relatively short section. So that could get a little dicey on the climb. I'm interested to see what that climb is tomorrow. And even though I'm sitting here saying this, I'm not 100% positive I'm going to ride. No, I'm going to do it. It just might not be super early. I don't know what Strava is. I do, but man, you know, I just barely learned how to use my watch. So I'm going to go out and play it by feel and be embarrassed by my performance by myself. All right, guys, have a good night. I will talk to you tomorrow after the ride and with my chains on and this flat bill hat. See ya.